Sneak peek number 2 is here. We have a new spell and a new defense and more to talk about. The new spell is going to be the Totem Spell, and when you drop it in, what it's going to do is essentially just tank the defenses around it. So you're going to drop it in, it is going to stun the nearby defenses for a very short period of time. That way the defenses can redirect and target the totem, but this spell is meant to take the damage off of the surrounding units. Now if we look at the max level of the Totem Spell, the totem goes up to 13,000 HP. It's going to do a total of 100 damage, so it's not really meant for doing damage so much as tanking. And it does tank air and ground defenses, so this is a very interesting spell for sure. Taking a look at a little bit of gameplay here, you'll see that the totem not only distracts the defenses, but it's also going to distract the Guardian as the troops move in. So it is going to take a lot of damage, but it's taking all of that damage off of your troops, and everything is distracted. The Guardian's distracted. All the defenses, of course, are distracted. So I think this spell could have some really cool applications. Next up, we have the brand new defense called the Revenge Tower, and I think this is going to be a pretty interesting one here. So at the start of an attack, the Revenge Tower is actually not even activated, but once you get 5 buildings destroyed, then the tower is going to activate, and it's going to be single target, high damage, but slow attacks. But the more buildings that get destroyed, the stronger the Revenge Tower is going to get. So once you get to 20 buildings destroyed, the attack speed increases and attacks bounce to a second target. And then once you get up to 40 buildings destroyed, the tower is fully activated, the attack speed is very high, and attacks bounce to 3 targets. So we have these Electro Dragons here destroying a bunch of buildings, and then we're going to see them approach the Revenge Tower. We're going to see how much damage it's capable of when it is fully activated. So here we go. Dragons are getting it through the defenses. There's the last activation. And now they're going to move up and start taking damage. He's going to drop in a baby dragon. It's going to get destroyed relatively quickly, and there we go. So it's not only going to target that one dragon, but as the other dragons get closer, it should bounce. And there we go. It's going to start bouncing to the other dragons as well. First dragon goes down. The other one's going to start taking some damage, and then down goes the tower. And then looking at some of the stats for the Revenge Tower, it says the damage is from 0 to 750. This is at level 1, and then it's got 5,800 HP. Taking down the sweepers to activate it, and there we go, taking down the hog riders with the splash. Let's look at the next level stats as well. So it only has 2 levels. The second level is going to give it another 83 max damage and another 400 HP. So it's going to be a relatively tanky building, and it's going to do a lot of damage once it is fully active. Next up, we have a new tab in the game called the Fancy Shop. So essentially, players are going to start getting rewarded for all the supercharges and crafted defense upgrades that we do. So any temporary upgrades that you do, you're going to get some Sparky Stones is what they're called. And then you're going to be able to spend the Sparky Stones in the Fancy Shop. One of the options you'll be able to get is to add a charged effect to any obstacles that you have. I think that's pretty neat. So you can take any obstacle that's existing and add an effect to it to where it looks like it's supercharged essentially. You can get a crafted statue obstacle, and then the last thing is a meteorite builder, a skin for the builder. So the builders are going to become 3D, and they're going to get a skin with this update. Here we can see the effect going on to the mighty statue. There we go. Now it's going to be a little bit shinier than it was before, which is cool. You can kind of highlight your favorite obstacles or highlight them all and make your base really shiny if you want to. There's the new crafted statue as well. And here we have the new skin for the builder. So the builder is going to look like a little rock person if you get this skin unlocked. I think it looks pretty cool. So there you go. If you're able to get this unlocked, you'll be able to make your builder look quite different. We have new crafted defenses that are coming to the game. They won't actually start when the update drops. It's going to be a couple of days afterward. But we've got the Light Beam, the Bomb Hive, and the Hero Bell. So taking a look at the Light Beam here, this one's interesting. It's going to be single target damage. It can target ground or air. And then the special thing that this thing does is the further the beam has to travel, the less damage it does. So it's going to do more damage to troops that are close to the tower. So we'll watch it take out these baby dragons. So pretty simple defense here, pretty neat. And next up we have the Hero Bell. This building doesn't actually attack. What it does is it's going to boost the heroes. So it's going to buff their HP and it's going to buff their DPS. So I think this one could really be interesting, especially in hard mode where the hero levels are already boosted on defense. So it'll be interesting to see how this one gets used. And then finally we have the new Bomb Hive. Now this one's pretty straightforward. It just sends out bombs all over the place. It does splash damage and it does target ground or air. And I think this one's a pretty neat one. It's just constantly sending out bombs. And the bombs will just travel until they run out of range or until they hit something. We do have some levels for our regular spells as well. So the lightning spell is going to go up to level 13, an extra 40 damage. The poison spell is going to go up to level 12, gets a little bit more attack rate decrease and speed decrease, and then an extra 20 damage per second. The haste spell is getting a new level. I think this one's pretty interesting because it's not getting any extra speed, it's getting an extra tile radius. So the haste spell is going to be bigger on the new level. The bat spell gets a new level, so it's going to go up to 25 total bats. The +2 bats isn't much, but at least it's better than level 7 where we got +1 bat. So this could be interesting. I mean, we got P.E.K.K.A.s, bowlers, and bats coming or getting new levels. And then finally, we do have the heal spell getting a new level. It's going to get an extra 328 healing. And then for heroes, it'll get another 181 healing. We do now have some numbers for the Skellies out of the Skelly trap. I mentioned this yesterday. So at level 1, they're at 30 HP and 25 damage per second. So this is what the skeletons have always been. And then taking a look at level 2, they're going to have 45 HP and 30 damage per second. So now we actually have some numbers on what's changing with the Skelly spells. One other thing that they mentioned that I thought was really interesting is temporary troops are now banned in ranked battles, clan wars, and CWL. I think this is a good, much needed change. That's going to be a wrap for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. There will be another sneak peek tomorrow. In the meantime, if you want to see another Clash of Clans video, I recommend checking out one of these videos right here.